Hello, this is Antstar, and today I'm going to be taking my ants out of hibernation. So, let's start. In hibernation, I had been keeping these ants in a drawer in my garage. So, let's transfer them to my desk. The first colony I checked on, I immediately noticed that the queen was not in the nest. At first, this worried me. What was she doing outside of the nest? Why was she wandering around all on her own? She looked like she was looking for something. Perhaps she was lost? No, she couldn't have been. Checking inside the nest, it appears that quite a lot of the workers didn't make it through hibernation. So I think she was looking for somewhere to make a new nest. This is a shame, as this colony was doing really well before hibernation. However, I think I'm going to release this queen so that she can have a proper colony in the wild. The next colony I had to check up on was a colony of Myrmica. Looking inside the test tubes, I found nothing. I scanned around on the mud and sand, which I had placed in their outwatch for their comfort, and at first I couldn't find any ants. However, then I found the queen on the floor. She was dead. This is another shame, as they're my last colony of Myrmica. However, the bad news ends there whilst we check on our next colony. Straight away, I noticed that they had left the old test tube and moved into the new one I had provided them with. This is good news because the old one was drying out and beginning to mould. After recording this footage, I removed it from the nest and blue tacked the new nest down. This colony is doing very well, and if you look inside the test tube, you can see that their numbers have grown significantly. This colony is doing very well. My next colony actually had an ant crawling along the lid of the outworld. However, once he'd fallen off, I opened the lid to the outworld, although I really do need to put something along the wall so that stops. This colony had decided to stay in the old test tube, so I hope they move soon. However, it might be difficult to see in this footage. They have still got pretty decent numbers. I think this colony is also going to do very well. Next up, we have all of my test tube colonies. We have Lasius flavus and Lasius niger here, as you can see in this footage. Other than one of these queens, they have all now got workers. If you look, you can see them. In the middle of this group, you can see two Lasius flavus colonies. I think the one to the right has two queens, and the one to its left has only one. As I have mentioned in some of my previous videos, which by the way you should probably check out, Lasius flavus are polygynous, meaning I can have multiple queens in the colony. In this footage, you can see 3 of the workers, and one of them looks like it's carrying a larva. I really enjoy watching them going about their tasks in the test tube. I plan on moving this colony into a very small formicarium from Antkit. Remember to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss that video. But for now, let's move on to this Lasius niger colony. In this footage, you can see the eggs and the workers. They've got a fairly large egg pile, so I reckon their numbers are going to increase very quickly. If I'm going to keep them, they're going to need a bigger nest fairly soon. However, I am going to have to release some of my ants, as at the moment I have a lot to take care of, so I'm going to release some relatively soon. If you want to choose which colonies to save, let me know down in the comments. Finally, we have this colony of Lasius niger. These I have also placed in an outworld, because look at their numbers. They've got a lot of ants compared to when we last looked at them. Also, by the way, this footage was recorded just after I'd taken them out of the cold, so you can see them gradually starting to speed up. It's actually quite funny to watch. What I find interesting about this colony is that for the entire time I've had them, they've always just been bundled up near the cotton in their test tube. I've barely ever opened the test tube and found one of the ants outside of the nest. This is exactly why I was surprised to find this little guy crawling around the edge of the test tube. Also, I'm hoping this colony moves into their new test tube soon, because the one they're in currently is a bit mouldy and starting to run out of water. Also, you can see me trying to place some cotton in here. This is because this colony actually tore some of the cotton away from their test tube and made a little barrier with it. I thought this was quite cool. However, it was starting to get dirty, so you can see me here trying to replace it with a very small amount of cleaner cotton. I don't know why they do it, but if that's what they want, then I guess there's no reason to stop them from having it. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed seeing how my ants have done throughout the winter. If you did, remember to smash that like button. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Bye!